That's a bop.
Yes, it is.
Hello, everyone.
everybody. Oh, you took it. I say that normally, I think.
So sorry.
You're listening to the
Lex and
Kate Take.
woohoo, we back again.
We back, and we hope it sounds okay.
I think we figured this out so that it should sound like we're together, hopefully. At least you can definitely see both of us.
Yes.
If you're watching the YouTube.
If you're watching YouTube, you will be able to see us and bear with us as we are navigating new waters.
Can we just talk about how crispy my camera is?
Yeah, well, mine probably isn't.
But this is my birthday present to myself. That is my MacBook. And I didn't know, and I probably should have thought about it. I didn't know that the new MacBooks don't come with USBs.
Indeed, they don't.
That is so silly. How am I ever going to plug a jump drive in ever again?
You're going to have an adapter now. You have one.
Yeah.
I bought you one.
I had to. No, I bought this one.
You bought that one. I bought the other one. Okay.
Yeah. So that's how we're doing this up. I have like, what is it? A USB-C is what the new things are called.
Yes, something along those lines.
So that's what I'm all rigged up with, and it's looking okay for now.
Yeah. Well, let's hope it continues. All right. Would you like to get into our weekly disclosure?
Can I tell you? I have like a list of things that I wanted to. I don't have to talk about all of them, but I have a list of things I was brainstorming.
Wow.
I know.
So do I. I have our normal outline right in front of me.
Well, the first and foremost on my list was to genuinely apologize for those that watched the video last week, because I have never been so unself-aware in my whole entire life.
About what?
That whole video, and of course I was watching it and like I was either like flipping my hair or like I was even like picking my face. I'm pretty sure at one point I was picking my nose.
You may have been.
And it's just like, Alex, what are you doing?
I didn't say anything to you if it was that bad, though. It must have not been that bad.
Oh,
I would have said something.
I was just like, what in the world? I've never been so unself-aware. So this week
I itched my nose already today on this
different.
Zoom, on this recording. I was like,
I wore a hat so that I could not do that anymore. And I wore my new glasses that don't slide down my nose every 5 seconds.
I was going to ask you that. How many pairs do you have?
Right now I have 2, but you know I'm building it up.
Yeah.
Because my clear ones now are like my sleeping glasses, because I can't fall asleep without being able to see. You know, if I'm like watching TV and stuff, I can't watch TV without my glasses. So I have a pair of sleeping.
You pick those ones?
The clear ones?
Mm-hmm.
Because they were already so stretched out. If I wore them, they fall down instantly.
All right.
So shout out Warby Parker. Definitely going to be getting more, and they have sunglasses. So
that's the company you go through?
Yeah.
Is it online? Those are the ones they send to you, right?
Right.
Right. Okay.
You can do like a home try on you get 5 pairs. You can try them all on, and you send them back, and you can pick which ones you want. So, and it's free.
I will probably do that next time, but I want to go to the doctor to get a new prescription.
I need to. I was trying to order contacts for the wedding, and apparently you need like an additional like thing, part of a test when you go get contacts.
You do?
I guess that Warby Parker needed one more number for me, and that I did not have, so I have to go get like assessed for contacts, and I'm sure my regular eyes will change at that point too.
You want to know why? But maybe because of stigmatism or something.
I do have a touch of that.
So do I, and I think that changes something about the contact lenses, I think. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. I should have shared this with you.
What?
This outline. What if you wanted to see it?
Well, that's okay. The other thing I have.
Oh, you also have access to this Gmail account.
Oh, yeah, I made it.
Yes, you can very well use this as well.
I like to live on the edge a little bit. So,
I even color code it just in case you wanted to do that.
Okay, maybe next time.
Okay.
That's, I guess, the only thing that fits in here.
All right.
I guess we can. I'll talk. So I've been like attempting to plan my meals for each day of the week. You know.
Congratulations.
I've done it for 1 week so far, and I gotta say I did pretty good. And it's not like I'm like trying to lose weight or like I just have this unhealthy habit of eating 24/7 even when I'm not hungry, which I mean isn't always a bad thing because I really love food, but it's just like I'm eating all the time and it's ridiculous because I'm not even hungry. I'm just eating stuff that I don't even like I'm not even craving. I'm just eating.
So what are you doing about that?
So I still eat like basically what I want for breakfast because all I usually ate was like a cereal or like bagel or something like that and like a banana. But now I'm cooking dinners at night so then I can just eat the leftover dinner for lunch the next day. And I feel like it's just making I'm like more comfortable because like, yeah, I still have like snacks here and there. I'm just making them not like freaking Pop-Tarts every day of my life.
Yeah. Well,
that's
good.
That's been my adult adventure this week.
This week.
Yep. I planned out next week.
Any good recipes?
Like
I always like have like, oh, let's try this, and like we only keep a few.
Yeah, maybe. we have this. Anthony's obsessed with a crock pot, and I wish that was an exaggeration. But if he could have every single meal in a crock pot, he would. So that's what we've been doing. So they're all just kind of like because it's the first time I tried it. So like sometimes they're bland. You don't know what you want to add yet. Like we made beef stroganoff that was super good, but like I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't add mushrooms.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So
yeah, because it like, just wasn't in the recipe, so you just didn't do it.
Right. So just little things like that.
Yeah. So you're learning. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
I do that all the time.
I know. The only other thing I wanted to ask is I think every week during this segment we should give like a little bump date. So you give what like fruit Parker's the size of, how many weeks you are and stuff like that.
I already have that.
Oh my gosh, see?
On my list. So, well, first I wanted to start with, have you looked at our podcast on Apple Podcast?
What do you mean? Like
have you browsed it? Have you subscribed to us?
Oh my God. I looked at it, but I didn't subscribe.
It's okay. It's okay. So I checked it again today because I went through all of them to see what rapid fire questions we had already done.
Uh-huh.
We have 5-star ratings.
One of those was me.
One was me as well. It's okay. I think my cousins too. Anyway, we have a review, like a comment. Write a review. Do you see this?
I didn't do that, I swear.
I did not do this, and I don't know who it is. And we love you, and I will read it.
I'm gonna cry, I think.
We're doing this. So it says like 5 stars. It says, you won't regret listening. Ever want to sit down and listen to two best friends dish? These girls will pull you in and make you feel like you're gossiping on the couch with them. Cannot get enough. Day, week, month made right there. Thank you, whoever wrote that.
I feel so loved. I'm literally like my eyes are getting wet.
Yeah, she's getting a little emotional.
That just is so cool. I never in my lifetime thought like this was just for us and it's completely fine being that way. But if other people are enjoying it,
I know.
Oh my gosh. That's cool.
Yes, that makes me very happy. So when I saw that, I was like, oh my goodness.
Good riddance, Podbean.
We everywhere now.
Yeah, officially Apple Podcasts too. That's really exciting.
Yes.
Oh, let's like kind of timestamp this, I guess. Last time we recorded, we had it posted for a while before we started promoting it because we wanted to hear back from other like services if we would be on there or not. So we'll touch on this later, I'm sure, but a few things did not age well, and we will talk about it.
Yeah.
Particularly our conversation about the Browns game and also The Bachelor.
Yes. Those are the only two things I think of, though.
Yeah.
I don't think we've done anything else. Yeah. So we recorded about like 2 weeks ago-ish. And that was just, I uploaded it like the same day or the day after, but we wanted to see, because it takes like a week or so for other platforms to pick it up. And so we wanted to see where we were available before we told people. You still could have listened. Like my mom listened the next day because it got on. Well, she got on. I found out it was on Spotify the next day. Or no, the same day I uploaded it. And she's like, "Oh, sure, I'll listen to it." Like, so my mom had already listened to it before we told people, which is fine.
A true
It was
fan.
there. It was there. Anybody could have listened to it. Some random taker in Wisconsin could have found it on Spotify. No.
What if someday someone not in the state of Ohio or the city of Ashtabula listens to this?
My cousin sometimes listens to it in California.
Oh, a dream.
But that's family. And family in Montana listen to it.
So they don't understand the weather brutality we're going through right now.
Well, Montana gets snow a lot.
Oh.
California, no.
For someone who's driven across the United States, I do not have bearings on geography in the U.S. at all.
Tell me where Montana is right now.
It is by the Dakotas.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I guess I wasn't familiar with their climate.
Yeah. It's snowy there. So, that was the first thing on my weekly disclosure. I am 28 weeks pregnant. I guess what 28 weeks marks?
Pre-Gannon.
Third trimester. So I'm in the third trimester.
We are in the last leg of the race.
We are 2 months to go, people.
How long have we been recording? This has been extremely emotional for me so far.
12 minutes.
Oh my God.
Why does that make you emotional?
It's crazy how fast everything is happening.
I know, and I'm like stressed about it.
No. This is the best time.
So 28 weeks, Parker is the size of an eggplant. A head of lettuce.
Oh, I like that one better.
Dorothy's red ruby slippers.
No.
Last one. Here we go. The 90s, 80s clear landline phone. You know,
a classic. An absolute classic. I had a purple one.
Oh yeah, it was like the purple clear. Let me double check the app here. I have 2 apps.
What horrible things are going to start happening to your body this week?
Just like cramping. So technically he's like 15 inches almost and like 2 1/4 pounds.
Oh.
So that's exciting.
And from the sonograms we've seen, he like really looks like Tony, I think.
I know. That's what we should do. You know how we have a segment on here that says random polls on Lex's Insta?
Yeah.
We should probably put a picture and let people decide, at least before I give birth, who they think, and then that's after.
A great idea. And then we'll post it, I feel like, close to when you're due or scheduled or whatever. And then once he's born and we actually see him.
Yeah. So it'll be like 2 polls.
We need baby photos of you and Tony.
Yeah, that can happen easy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but right now I'm thinking he looks like Tony. His lips, it's like the lip area, lip chin area. That makes me think that. And my mother-in-law agrees.
Mm-hmm.
And my parents are like, I don't know. I still think he could look like us.
It's so hard too, because that lip area really like is, and Tony's family all looks so similar.
Yeah.
And they all have that like lip, same like mouth.
Yeah. They have like that is a feature that is recognizable.
Yes.
So we'll see. Eyes. He might have like my eyes or something. Tony and I have very, very different eyes.
Yeah.
Structure. So we'll see.
And like you're like
noses, obviously.
You're like eyebrows. Like the like bone, I guess.
Yeah. So we'll see. Right now, we're thinking he looks like Tony.
Yeah, what's so exciting?
So I went to my ultrasound yesterday, and they do a thing now where they practice breathing, apparently. Like 28 weeks is like, oh, they might start practice breathing with like the amniotic fluid and stuff, whatever. So they wanted to see, so they did a lot of close-ups on the chest. And his lungs were literally contracting like he was breathing. I could see it. So they were excited about that. And they're like, let's see if he goes for at least 30 seconds. And he did, like, no problem. So they only watched it for 30 seconds. and to make sure that he was doing it, and he did. So he probably was going longer than that, but that's the measurement that they were trying to see if he could do.
That freaks me out so hard. I have goosebumps all over my body.
Why?
It's like a fish out of water. You can just see his gills going like
it wasn't like that. It was just like two like circle things, and they were just going like this.
Don't they technically have gills at this point?
I don't think so.
I swear I've heard that.
He's like past that. Okay, he has skin. He has skin. Technically, he could be born like very premature right now, but be alive.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's not gonna happen.
He has very, very thin skin, but he has skin and hair on his head.
How much?
So my last week's appointment, I got his face. He's been covering his face for the past 2 weeks. And I'm like, come on. Well, anyway, last week he had like, they did like a scan of his head because they always measure his head. And they're like, oh, you see this white stuff right here? That's hair. But like, you couldn't see it like everywhere, you know, but there was a chunk at least.
Were you born with hair?
Yes.
Was Tony?
Great question. I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh.
And apparently on the app it says that he could start dreaming and blinking. So I don't know. Those are things. I definitely saw him breathing.
I bet he dreams about me. He's like, I wonder when I get to meet Auntie Alex.
Yeah, okay. I should put these headphones up to my stomach so he can hear you, because he can hear like voices and stuff.
Oh my gosh. I cannot wait. Okay.
So whoa, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, what else we got?
Well, the only like pregnancy symptom I'm currently having is like I'm sore. Like I'll go all day and be fine, but then when I'm like in the middle of the night, my legs are super sore. Like I don't know if I'm not working them enough, and they start like tensing up because I'm like relaxed. But like right when I wake up, I feel so sore, like I need a stretch.
I bet it's because you've been working them more because you're back at school.
Maybe. But like when I'm active and I'm moving, I don't feel it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's the only thing I'm struggling with right now.
Did you get your COVID vaccine?
No.
Oh, I thought you were supposed to
back, remember?
How come so many other schools got it this week?
Not mine.
Oh. Well, we'll get it soon.
Yeah.
I get mine next week. I'm super jazzed. Hopefully. They said we won't know for sure if the shipment is in until like 2 days before.
Yeah, I feel like that's happening. And then you may get a day where they get overstock. You know, so I think it's just play by ear.
I've never wanted something to hurt me so badly. Like I've never been like, I need this shot.
Well, yeah. I know it's a controversial thing, and I've talked to many of my doctors. I have multiple doctors that I see, and they all told me that they cannot tell me to get it, but they're advising their patients that it is okay, that they should get it, and that we're more concerned if a pregnant person gets COVID. So
yeah,
that's what my doctors are telling me. I am agreeing with the experts.
I wholeheartedly believe that's going to be like not
I've had all my vaccinations. I went to Peru and I got extra things, like, so I've been vaccinated a lot more than normal, and I've never had a reaction. Yeah. So I'm thinking I'll be all right.
I think so too.
Yeah. So I was going to talk a little bit about the bridal shower. Not give anybody anything away, but would you like to talk about that now?
Yeah.
So last time we talked, we just discussed that we just lit a fire under me a little bit that I should that I should start doing these things.
Now, planning a bridal shower 3 weeks after you have a baby might be a little more difficult than we think.
Well, the thing is, there's no other time to do it. Everything else, like your whole summer is planned out, it's pretty booked. And that's just when it works for everybody. And I will have help. Your mom will help. My mom will help. Anthony's mom will help me. I'm assuming.
Oh, she definitely would.
If I need something, I'm sure someone will go do it. And I think we'll have a village that will help me on that day.
That's for sure.
Everything will be done and planned before the baby comes.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like the day of, probably I can't probably walk up and down those stairs
that many times.
Yeah. So we'll see. I have confidence. So I picked the theme. I booked a place. I picked the food. I think I may have changed a little bit since I talked to you last, but I don't know if you want to talk about that on the podcast.
That's okay.
Well, I am thinking right now that I'd rather spend the little bit more money out of my pocket to have a little bit more food. So,
hey, I can't stop you.
So, I mean, I was like, she's not going to care, but that's the Italian in me, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, but what if this? What if this? And then I sat down. I was like, okay, I'm just going to go with the more food. And I knew you were going to be okay with it because you're still getting what you want, but then there's more.
Yeah. Hey, what am I going to do?
And then the alcohol thing, I might just pick up a tab
and
I'll just take it under my wing
for
the day.
We'll talk about that.
It's a lunch. People aren't getting sloshed.
You don't know. You have not. This is my side of the family and my mom's family friends. The women that have raised me in my life are the reason I'm the way I am.
Well, anyway, I think we're gonna have one tab of the night.
Oh yeah.
So it's just easier, and then we could divvy out the cost, possibly.
Yeah. We'll talk.
Okay. Anyway, that's that.
Can you tell them the theme? I'm so excited.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much you want to tell these people.
Oh, I don't care.
It is a lavender, like greenery, natural, like theme.
It's gonna be so cute.
I know desserts. I know centerpieces. I know favors. I know I already bought the invitations and the games and the signs.
This is my unpopular opinion of the week. Can you hear me? Is there feedback? Because I can hear myself.
I can hear you.
Do you hear me twice?
No.
Okay, well then that's good. On my unpopular opinion of the week, I love games. I love bridal shower games. I love baby shower games. I love them. So many people are like, it makes the shower so long and da da da. I would do them all day.
I love them too.
I think they're a blast, especially like short, easy ones. I don't want you to have to like sit down and have to think about it for an hour, but like just the quick ones that you can just do and that are so fun, and like I love them.
Yeah. I think the pack that I bought, because I bought the pack that went with the invitations and the signs. I think they came with like 5 different games, and then I added another one to it. So we have at least 6 games or 7 games to pick which ones you like. But I think they're all pretty good.
Hey.
So we'll be good on that front. And then also, my mom is like into planning my baby shower.
When you texted me to send out invites, I was like, I need all the details.
What would you like to know?
Everything.
Like what?
The date, the theme, because I know you said that it's going to be a certain format. You talk about that.
So right now, because we still want to be safe, it is, let me look. I think it is March 20th. Don't quote me.
Okay.
I believe it's March 20th. And we are starting it right now at Zoom. Obviously, that is almost 2-ish months away, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
We want to see how many people have both vaccinations. We want to see how safe the world is. But right now, it's just going to be a Zoom thing. And my mom is sending out invitations with games included and stuff. So right now, it's just going to be simple, sitting in front of a screen with me as I open presents and we play games. And yeah.
I'm so excited.
So it should be good. I mean, the best you can be.
Christine is quite the planner.
Yes. I've gotten a little bit of my skills from her. I think I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah. Way better than I am.
My mom's like, I loved, like, she still talks about like how I decorated my house for Halloween.
It was very cute. What are you doing for the Super Bowl? Anything?
Just going over my parents' house.
Yeah. No special food or anything?
Nope. Sunday dinner on Sunday night.
Well, for those that don't know, Katie definitely knows. Anthony has an obsession with pasta salad. Like,
yes.
Well, every time, it doesn't matter if it matches the food or not. If we're having to bring something, or if we're having like a potluck, he's like, bring pasta salad, and it's so weird. It's fine because it's easy, but it's weird. I'm sorry. Do you hear that?
Totally.
Oh, it's gone.
Oh, so weird.
That was okay. Anyways, so his request, because of course, oh my gosh, it's just in the one side. I'm so sorry, listeners.
Maybe you could just unplug them. You could probably hear without them.
Okay, we're good. Gosh, I don't even know what I was saying.
Anthony's pasta salad.
Oh, so of course I want wings for the Super Bowl, and his dad's restaurant has the absolute best wings. They're so good.
They are.
So we're getting some of those, and he's like, "Can you make pasta salad and taco dip?" I'm like, "What is your palate?"
That's okay. It's not like it's a whole meal. Those are like.
But he also wants to make sauce. So I'm like, what is happening?
What does he want? Like just pasta?
Yeah, I guess.
Or does he want pasta and beans?
No, that's every
pasta
other
visual.
I think he just wants like sauce and like, I don't know. He's a big penne guy.
Are you having people over?
The huge, our children, Jay and Kevin.
Oh. The children.
Also, Kevin, if you're listening to this, if you DM me one more time saying that you insist to be on the podcast, it's not happening.
Actually,
what?
Kevin could be on one segment because on his Instagram story the other day, he was listening to a band that is in my top 5 and that not a lot of people know about. And I was like, Kevin, dang.
Well, if he does not ever ask again, then I will gladly have him on. If he asks me one more time.
Right. Why does he want to be on?
I don't know. And I was like, I don't even know. And granted, he is one of the funniest people I know, so I'm sure it would be fun. But like, I was like, what? Have you even listened to a podcast?
I know. I didn't expect him to listen.
Yeah, he just DM'd me when I posted about being on Apple, and he was like, let me have me on the show or else. That's what he said.
Tell him if he talks about movements that I'll consider.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, he can.
I'm pretty sure he was listening to movements.
He made this. It was actually a really cool idea, and I wanted to steal it from him. He asked all of his friends their like favorite songs or their couple favorite songs. He put it all in one playlist.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so that was really cool. But he hates Mumford and Sons, and I said, well, clearly, one of my favorite songs is going to be Mumford and Sons, and he's like, I'll put it in there. It just doesn't mean I won't listen to it.
What is your all-time favorite Mumford song?
White Blank Page, baby.
Ooh, good pick.
Love it.
Good pick. I am surprised you could do that so quickly.
It just always has been.
Oh, because when someone says, what's your favorite Paramore song? I'm like, oh, well, from this album, it's this. And from this genre, it's this. Because they've changed so much. But
if I had to I like the songs that mean the most to me, or when I listen to them, they like elicit a reaction. So White Blank Page for sure. And then Beloved.
Yes. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Oh, Beloved. Do you want to cry or no?
I know. When I saw them in concert, one of the times I saw them in concert, it was tears streaming down my face. And I'm just like...
Not the time we went together, I don't think.
No, that one... Well, because I had seen them the week before, so I knew the exact set list and when it was coming up. So I cried at Cleveland the week before.
All right. So are you proud of me because I went through all of the rapid fires that we've ever done and I wrote them down. And I also went through the list and said Nas. I made a list of Nas. Would you like to do a rapid fire?
Yeah.
Okay, this is your job. Pick a number, Lex.
Okay, well, I don't know which ones are off limits.
Well, I'll tell you.
5.
That's fine. We're allowed. I have them in order.
Okay.
It took a second to find out if I could do 5 or not. Who is your favorite superhero and why?
Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. Do I need to say anything else?
Just because it's him?
Yes, 100%. Okay. He has been my celebrity crush ever since I can remember. I loved him when he was in his drug phase. I loved him now that he's older and just like sarcastic. I love him.
Okay, I can see that.
What's yours?
Have I watched a superhero movie, do you think?
Come on.
Seriously.
I like superhero movies. I really do.
I am not proud of myself that I haven't really. But now that I have Disney Plus and they have the Marvel section, I've always thought about doing it, but it's just like such a commitment that I'm like, I don't know. But I remember watching like Batman growing up and Spider-Man, but that's it.
Oh, Spider-Man's cool.
Spider-Man is. And I think that's the one I've watched the most, like the original. But Tony always used to like Iron Man.
Love.
Like back in high school. So I would say it's one of those 3. And I don't really have a reason because I haven't watched the others. But I know on Your Favorite Thing podcast, they talk about the Chris's. Like there's multiple Chris's that are
Pratt, Hemsworth.
Right. And that would be a reason to like any of those.
Absolutely. I started to do that Marvel journey and I literally got 30 minutes into the first movie. It was like a Captain America movie. And I was like, I'm not ready for this in my life right now. I don't feel like I'm old enough for this yet.
I think it's a huge commitment.
For sure. Okay, let's do one more.
Okay, go ahead.
40.
We have not done that.
I wanted to say 42, but that's my favorite number, so I assumed I already did it.
We have.
Yep.
But actually, we did, because I re-listened to all of our podcasts, like the segment. Apparently, 42 we did on our practice round, so no one's ever heard it.
Oh, what is it?
Would you like to do both? They're kind of quick.
Yeah.
If you could paint anything, this is 42. If you could paint anything, what would you paint?
What does that mean? I do not remember doing this.
I remember doing it.
Paint.
If you could paint a picture, what would you paint?
Paint a picture of something?
Yeah, if you could paint anything. Oh, I guess you could take that more than one way. The first thing I think of is if you were to go to paint a picture, what would you paint? But you also could paint an object in your house, I guess.
Okay, so let's take it both ways. The first thing that initially came to my mind is we desperately need to paint our like sun porch area. And so if I could have that done in one day and not have to do it, that would be that. If I would had to be able to paint a beautiful picture that I wouldn't screw up. Oh gosh. I don't know. You go and I'll think about it.
Okay. If I could paint anything, what would I paint? Well, in this drawer right here, I have a painting that I started.
I remember now.
Now do you remember us talking about this? It is an adult paint by number. Let me show the camera since people will be watching on YouTube. And it is so intricate. And I just haven't had the time. So I would paint that. It's like a mountain water scenery.
Yeah, that's very nice.
It's very intricate though. I'm trying to find the picture of it. Oh, this is what it's supposed to look like at the end.
Oh, that's cool. You could put that in the nursery.
Yeah, so maybe they'll give me motivation to do it.
I thought about it.
Go ahead.
I would be a professional pet painter.
Ooh, good.
I would love to just give everybody portraits of their pets for the rest of their lives.
Because it would make them happy.
Yeah, and I just ordered some for my dogs, and literally seeing those on my mantle make me so happy.
Yeah.
And we put their middle names on them, and that just makes me laugh. So they're cute and they make me laugh.
Yeah.
Juno Louise and Trooper Jean, baby.
So, I don't have anything in my house that I would want to paint because I recently moved here and I did everything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I have something now.
What?
Now that I said that. You remember when Tony had to fix the bathtub?
Oh god.
Tony had to fix our bathtub because I don't even know. He would be able to tell you why. But anyway, he had to take the drywall off and put new drywall for like the back of the bathtub that like goes to our toilet area. And he was like, "Oh, we're so lucky. I found the paint after he put the new drywall in. I found the paint that matches." He painted it. Nope, doesn't match. So my bathroom has 2 different color grays. So I guess we need to do that at some point.
That's such a Tony thing.
It doesn't bother me enough to like do something about it because 1, no one comes over here.
Yeah.
2, it's a bathroom. And I mean, they're gray.
That's so funny.
So, number 40 is, what is your favorite TV channel?
Oh, this is so easy.
Yeah, I know. Should I say it?
Yours is TLC.
And yours is Investigation Discovery.
Close.
What? How did I get that wrong?
It's kind of a twist. I don't know if people will, except for like my college, mostly Nikki, my freshman college roommate. She will know this.
Okay, well, apparently I don't, so enlighten me.
Yeah, the Game Show Network.
Oh. Okay, yeah. If you could watch one though, what would you want?
Honestly, probably the Game Show Network because I watch all my crime. I listen to more crime podcasts, so I've stopped watching as much crime TV.
Yeah, but when I think of going over your house,
that's my mother.
I know it's your family, but it had to have rubbed off on you.
It for sure has. My mom is obsessed with Investigation Discovery.
That's the only thing ever on. It's fine. I like it.
It really is.
Jeez, I'm not happy with myself for not getting that right. But both make sense. If I said MTV and TLC, you would say, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
So, but definitely TLC because I want to like be on a television show.
Hey, just keep popping those kids out and you might.
Yeah. The Shimmicks. 29 and counting. All right. I think we should. That's good. I think that's good for today.
Yeah.
I'm writing it down in both spots so I will never forget which ones we do because that was a pain.
Let me look at my notes to see what other things I wanted. Oh. Can I tell you? I guess I have a question about, because in my life, every man, like my father, Anthony, they all do this. My brother-in-law. When you're ready to go somewhere, like maybe an event or something, so think like pre-COVID, if you're like ready to go to a wedding or like you guys have somewhere to be, does Tony at the very last minute start cutting
the bathroom?
Start cutting his fingernails and toenails?
No.
Oh, everyone, Anthony, Jimmy, my dad, they all do this when you're like ready to leave or like packing the car to leave somewhere. There you hear click, 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 because Anthony's in there cutting his toenails.
No, Tony does not do that. But since we talked about this on one of the podcasts, one of my pet peeves is fingernails, toenails. So he's like really keeps up with that because if I saw a nasty fingernail on him, go right now and fix that.
Oh gosh, it just drives me nuts. And I don't know if this happens to you, if you're listening to this and this also happens to you, please let me know because I feel my family has only found the only men that do this.
No, I feel like other men would do that, just not Tony or my father or my brothers.
It's such a pain. I feel like Buddy would do that.
Buddy probably would, but I don't know. He'd probably put incense, sage his bathroom, and then cut his toenails.
It's like a 30-minute process.
Yeah. But Buddy's so methodical when it comes to stuff. Like he probably like cuts his fingernails after he does like something. Like that's how he is. Like he's very regimented.
Sense to him. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
my other, it's not beef. I don't want to call it beef, but my other like bone to pick of the week is a couple weeks ago. I was like, I just met these new people, like with whatever, and they were like, it got brought up that I was in a sorority in college, and they said, you don't seem like you'd be in a sorority. I'm like, what does a sorority girl seem like? That I just like, and I liked them enough, and they were like, fine, but when I was like, what do you mean? And I asked, and then the topic got changed, but I was like, no, I'm stuck on this.
Yeah. I think you were, in my eyes, you were a sorority girl and you're fine. Like, I don't know. Like, at my college, especially, like, there was a sorority that fit anybody. Like, if I wanted to join a sorority, there would have been one that meshed my personality. Like, I thought that there was enough that it meshed multiple people's personalities, and there was no, like, quote unquote sorority girl image for my college.
And so that's the other difference is they went to a big state school.
Yeah. So I think maybe it's different with the small schools like that we went to, maybe. I don't know.
All I'm saying is do not shut down Greek life just because you're some type of girl. You don't think you fit the mold. There is a sorority for everybody, and it was the best experience I've ever had. That's what I got to say. Thank you.
That's fine. It just wasn't for me because I had a different college life.
That's fine. But I'm saying if people, like, if it is holding someone back or they only think of a sorority girl this way, like, get out, dude. Get out more.
Yeah, you can't do that. We should have Alex's complaints about section.
I have one other one that got cut from the first time we were talking about this, and I still hold to it.
What?
When I'm driving behind a big truck that has, do you know what I'm talking about? That has a bunch of stickers on the back or whatever that are just obnoxious, and you can picture the type of person they are, but then on their hitch they have balls hanging down.
Yeah.
That should not be a thing.
Yeah, that's a little extreme.
Every time I see that, I'm like, how did I get here?
Yeah. Like, what possessed that person? Like, hey, yeah, I'm going to go buy this. And like, what store do you even buy that at? Do you have to go to Amazon?
I can't.
There's no way that they sell that in a store.
If anyone has it on their truck and they're trying to come at me and tell me why, I truly don't want to hear it. I'll hear out most things that I will not hear.
That draws the line between if we can have a conversation.
100%.
All right. Well, I think that we need to talk about what we're watching. 100%. And I'm going to start by saying what I watch in a week.
Oh boy, here we go. Fasten your seatbelt.
No. It's only 9.
9.
So, well, my family was talking about it last night because my mom watches TV like how I do. And I got it from her. But she watches like different kind of stuff. But we both watch around 9 shows that we have to watch each week. And I'm not talking the shows that aren't on. These are the 9 shows that I watch like this past week.
Yes.
On Sunday night. I watch it Monday morning before I go to work. Unexpected. It's like the TLC version of
Is that the show Teen I watch?
Mom. Yeah. So that's on Sunday nights. I watch it Monday morning.
If you haven't watched those episodes, I think they're on Hulu of Unexpected. You have to.
Yeah.
You will not believe the things that come out of these people's mouths.
Oh, I could think of one scene right now, but I don't even want to say it.
No, don't.
They have to watch it for themselves.
God.
So that's Sunday. Monday, The Bachelor, 1,000 Pound Sisters, and All American.
You did love All American.
Yeah. Tuesday, Teen Mom, This Is Us, 7 Little Johnstons. Wednesday, The Challenge in Riverdale. And those are the only things on. And I think next week I'm adding to the list because I think The Real Housewives of New Jersey comes back on.
I didn't know Riverdale was back on TV. I always watch it on Netflix.
Yep. I watch it on TV. So, and I cried last episode. Whew.
Don't tell me.
Oh,
I wonder if it's on Hulu.
I don't know how often they update because I haven't had to watch it on Netflix.
Right.
Like I watched like the first season and then I caught up to what was on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my 9 shows.
That's incredible.
I guess, and that doesn't even count like all the stuff that's not on right now that I normally watch, like Grey's Anatomy and Survivor and all this stuff.
When is Grey's coming back?
I think soon.
I hope so.
I think it's at the end of this month.
Good to know.
I don't
Alex
know though.
Greb,
sure.
I miss you.
He's not what?
I said I miss him.
Oh, I thought you meant like you're gonna see him.
No, he's
like
gone.
He gone.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. If you don't know, you don't know. Sorry.
Okay, so speaking of Shonda Rhimes, did you watch Bridgerton?
No, and I really don't have a desire to.
I'm gonna say it's a clever show.
Really?
Yeah. I wasn't like obsessed with it. I'm not like dying for season 2. I'll watch it if it comes out, but it was a clever show and it was a pleasant watch, and it does not hurt that the main guy is hot. And there are
had dreams.
There always.
Lex does that.
I have dreams about every person I think is attractive on television, and then we're best friends.
Sure thing.
Yeah, all the time. I'll start telling you about them. So I watched Bridgerton, and I watched it a little while ago. I'm not super obsessed, but it was a great watch, and I found it enjoyable. What I'm watching right now on HBO Max is The Vow. Have you heard of it?
I know the movie.
It's not the Channing Tatum movie.
Oh, Rachel McAdams. You need to say Rachel McAdams. She's queen.
Again,
that's
Channing Tatum. Movie. Channing Tatum, dreams, whatever. So The Vow is about NXIVM. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Why is that familiar but not?
It was one of those like MLM cult things.
Okay, go on.
They spell it with all Roman numerals, but it's called NXIVM, and it's about this Keith Raniere who was in a dream the other night, not because he's cute, but because he's a cult leader and he's very charming, but he's weird. You find out stuff like very early on that you're like, this is not okay. So it's like, I think it's a 9-part series. I'm only on episode 4 or something, but I love the way HBO does documentaries. I kind of like that slow moving, like, background. I like all of that. So I have thoroughly enjoyed it, but it might be too slow for some people, but it is so crazy. And I can't wait to finish it to see what the heck else happens.
There's only 9 episodes and it's done forever.
Yeah, because
I'll probably watch it.
It's about this like cult that they don't actually call a cult, I don't think, but they like basically prey on super successful, rich, good-looking people, which is like total twist from the normal, you know? And they focus on like bettering the world and like changing the world by being a good person and stuff like that, and it just really goes from there.
Sounds good.
It's crazy.
That's something I'd like, I think. So, shall we get into it?
I think we shall.
How do we even start? We take back what we say.
About every person that we talked about.
We learn. We live, we learn. And that's a good quality to have. You may have a preconceived idea, but then when someone alters that, you can change.
We own up to our previous notions of thinking certain people on The Bachelor were people that we liked. And granted, I don't want to speak on liking them or not. I kind of just want to say like how they're portrayed in this show, because this could be completely ruining all of their lives. And I don't know them, but their character on the show sucks.
Right. And it's how they are portrayed, I'm sure, to a degree.
Yeah.
But then you also, I guess if you say something, it could be taken out of context depending on the show. But if someone's calling you out on something and you just say, oh, no, and we see that you did, we know. We saw.
So we're talking about The Bachelor. We're talking about MJ specifically. And I think there was even someone else we talked about that is like kind of now.
We talked about how we liked that he had who he had his one-on-ones with, and then that's the one that went home. Like we got good vibes that he with his one-on-ones, and then the one that went home because her dad was sick.
Oh, Sarah. Yeah. Also, don't have good vibes about her anymore.
Right.
The other one, Rachel. Now, in the show, she's portrayed very well, but there are a ton of rumors stirring about her that are not okay. And
Yeah.
again, I don't know if they're true or not, so whatever. But so that's kind of like jaded me a little bit. And MJ just she let the cameras get to her head. I don't know if it's sleep deprivation, I don't know what, but she went buck wild and she has got to go.
R.I.P. the show called Buck Wild.
I don't know what that is.
Alex. Yes, you do.
She just almost called me Alexandra because she was upset. I could tell.
You know that show. I can give you a scene from my brain in thorough detail. Lex was the only person that was allowed to spend the night at my house in high school before we went to school the next morning. And we stayed up one night and you straightened my hair. And we watched a show on MTV called Buck Wild. And it was about these like early 20s, late teen kids partying and mudding, and it had to get taken off the air because one of the main characters had passed away. So they didn't air anymore.
I feel like I'm having a character come back to my head. I don't know the name, but this also might just be me projecting every white guy that I've ever seen in my life. But it was like this tall, skinny dude with brown hair, like kind of swishy, always wore flannels, of course, with his boots.
But did he wear like basketball shorts all the way down to his knees?
No, I'm seeing jeans.
Okay, anyway, we watched that show a lot.
I don't remember. Maybe I'll look it up after this.
You need to look up just like a picture of like the cast or something. Anyway, so yeah, sorry about that. Got on a tangent about Buck Wild. So yes, MJ gave us an idea in her head and she changed it, and it is what it is. And Rachel, I haven't seen much, but I kind of know a little bit. So we'll see how it plays out. Right now,
still a big Abigail stan.
Yes, I love Abigail still. And the thing is, she got the first impression rose. She was like all in. And then she's like taking a back seat. Typically, the people that go to the end have a very strong presence in the beginning. Mm-hmm. They fall off a little bit and they come back. So I have faith that she'll be fine.
Talking to you, Lauren Leindyke.
Or Blake.
Oh.
Okay.
Blake.
My heart. They podcast together the other day and it was
Blake and Becca?
Yes.
Where?
On his podcast.
Oh, I don't listen to that.
I only listened to it because Becca was on it.
And was there some major tension?
No. They've been mentioning good chemistry.
They've been mentioning each other a lot in their Instagram stories. I'm here for it. Honestly, I hope it happens.
I'm 1000% here for it. I want it to happen.
It should have happened from the jump. Everyone knew it.
Yes.
I'm listening to a new podcast. Is that where we are?
Oh, and I also just want to give a shout out to Katie. Most of the time people with my name on television shows, not very good. But I love Katie on The Bachelor.
Yeah, she's fun.
She knows how to go about. Go ahead.
They're setting her up for a Bachelorette edit.
Oh yeah. But also, she has a good edit. She knows how to go about conflict in an adult manner.
Communicative queen.
Yes. And the thing is, when there's drama, there's always somebody that tells the bachelor and or bachelorette what's going on. But they drop names, they're feisty about it, and Katie just went to Matt and said, "Hey, there's some bullying behavior. I don't have a right feeling about it. I think that you should do something about it." And left it at that. Did not name drop, did not say what people were saying. She just said, "This is a general thing that's happening and I think you should be aware. Do with it as you please." And she walked away.
A queen.
I loved it.
I hate people using that term so frequently, but I truly feel that about her.
Oh yeah, she is.
She can communicate, and we all know that is not my strong suit.
Yes, so I like that. So what podcast are you listening to?
It's called That's Messed Up. It's an SVU podcast. and it's the Kara Klink and Lisa something, but they are two female comedians, and they're obsessed with SVU, like obsessed with SVU in the way that we're obsessed with like the challenge, like obsessed.
Okay.
And so they'll pick an episode and they give a recap of the episode. So I don't even watch. I don't watch SVU. I'm familiar with it. I've watched it before, but I don't watch it to listen to this podcast. They give a rundown of the episode, and then they tell you about the true crime that the episode's based off of.
Ooh, that's a great twist.
And they're funny.
I like that.
It's on Exactly Right Network, which is the same one as My Favorite Murder. So I listen to a lot of Exactly Right podcasts just because they're mostly comedians and they're all funny. And then at the end they interview someone from that show, whether it's just like a guest star, because there's so many guest spots in that show because there's always like new victims or victims' families or whatever, and it's so good.
That sounds like a great idea of a podcast.
It's called That's Messed Up, an SVU podcast. And it's on Exactly Right. It's so good.
Take a listen, takers.
Yeah, tell them we sent you, and then maybe they'll have us on their podcast.
Sure. All right.
Oh! We have to talk about this.
Go ahead.
So
I don't know what you're talking about.
I know when we were uploading our video on YouTube, we found that there was another Lex and Kate YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But did you look any further into it than that one video you clicked for 2 seconds?
No. But I'm about to.
The first one is an intro video. Kate, they're both 10 years old. And they do a little intro, and they take stock photos from the internet and tell things that they like. So I'm pretty sure
they have 2 videos.
The second one's the ASMR video. And I tried to listen to it for like a minute, and it's so bad.
Okay, so these are like 10-year-olds. I don't want to play it because they'll pop up.
Oh my gosh, it was hysterical because I was like, okay, let's see who this Lex and Kate are. Like, what do they have? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to hate on two 10-year-olds that are just making videos for fun. By this time, I think they're 11 because it was a year ago. So maybe they're officially in their preteen stage now and realized how embarrassing it was with what they were doing.
Oh my goodness.
So Lex and Kate, if you're out there, let's
link up.
Let's link up and we'll be featured on each other's YouTube channel. Oh my god.
We have 6 subscribers on YouTube. I'm looking right now. 53 views on our last podcast. Thank you.
53?
Yeah, thank you, people.
That's wild.
So, other than that,
53 people saw me in my state last week. Also, okay. I would like to say that the following day I started coming down with some serious sickness symptoms, like got COVID tested and everything.
Oh, yeah, you did get sick.
It was not all of my fault that I looked the way I did.
You didn't even look bad.
And the lighting was not good. I just did not. I couldn't believe how much I was not aware of a video camera.
It's okay. I don't care. You get what you get with me. So, other than that, the challenge was fine this week. Josh got his first elimination win ever, and it was funny.
I'm not a fan, and I'm not a fan
of him either.
I can't help it. He's friends with everyone that I really like on the show. I do not like him.
I know. I feel the same. And so my mom's watching the challenge for the first time this season because she watches Teen Mom like I watch Teen Mom. And she likes Corey from being on Teen Mom. Yeah. And she's like, I should watch him. I was like, yeah, watch the challenge. Natalie be on, Jay. She knows Survivor people. And so now she asks me questions every week. All the skulls are gone. What's going to happen? Is Corey, does he have to go home? Does he have to go home? And I'm like, no, they'll just have it'll be a brawl from here on out with the guys.
I'm so excited.
Fun. I'm excited for the next episode. And CT was in CT form this episode, and I was like, yes, he's back.
He is back to the pre-dad bod CT.
Yes. And did you listen to their podcast this week?
Of course I did.
Yeah, and his mindset was back, and it's great.
The podcast we're talking about is the Challenge official podcast. Tori Deal and Anissa, what's her last name?
Blank.
She's the only Anissa I've ever.
Only Anissa I've ever came encountered.
Anissa MTV and Tori Deal host this podcast. They're both challengers, and they have someone on, whether it's production or other challengers, every week. It's a pretty good podcast.
They don't say her. Anissa Ferreira.
Oh, that's right.
Ferreria or something along those lines. It's super small. Yeah. That's her name. It's good. Good listen.
You know who needs to go?
Who?
Lolo.
Yes, bye.
You are not cut out for the challenge.
Nope.
Olympian or not.
Went like this. Like, Anissa's like, I'm old. I was trying to get up.
Yeah.
The thing is, people on the challenge are scrappy humans.
You gotta be.
You have to know that going in. Mm-hmm. And the thing was, she was on the challenge Champs versus Stars.
Oh, was she?
She was. She's technically, it's not the same, but no, technically she's had some relationships with these people to know more than others what she's getting herself into. But if she just were to watch, she would know these people are scrappy. They are not professional athletes like you. They got to do what they got to do to get themselves ahead. And yes, she put her hand near your neck. Cry me a river.
I know.
And I'm glad. I don't know how it took her this long. In the episode, she says, I just now realizing that I thought they weren't putting me in because I was friends with them. Now I'm realizing they're not putting me into elimination because they don't want me to win. Yes, no one wants you there. So they'll just put you on the back burner. They're not going to give you a chance to get a skull because why?
If you're someone, your partner's with Nam, who he's a beast. He's going to be around for a while, I think, like in coming seasons and everything. And you can't get along with him of all people. The issue is you, dude.
She has an ego.
She does. And that Olympian or not, she was not cut out for the challenge. And I don't think she should come back.
Yeah.
And that's my strong opinion that one episode could probably change, but I'm sticking to it right now.
Right. Yes, because it could change. And who knows? She might just suck it up and be like, okay, embrace the culture that is the challenge. Mm. The thing is, when you go into things like that, you have to embrace what it is.
I just really, even if my opinion does change, I still want her to win.
Oh, no. Mm-mm. She's like the bottom of my list of people I want to win.
For sure.
So that's the challenge for this week. So we are over our time, but we didn't do 2 of our normal segments. So I'm just going to go quick on this one, especially because I've been drinking it. So the one is, let me explain. This week I'm obsessing over lemonade, Minute Maid, lemonade out of a can, sponsor us. Let me tell you, Minute Maid, that my husband and I buy this all the time. It went months without being able to buy a canned version of this in a store. Tony found it the other day and bought cases. Because this is what I like to drink. And we couldn't find it forever. And Tony likes to have cans so we can recycle. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm obsessing over. And I can explain because it's good. It's the best lemonade.
Good. I used to not really like lemonade. I'm not a sour girl. I'm not a sour girl. Katie, tell them why. You know.
I'm having pregnancy brain, okay?
Sour stuff makes me sweat.
Oh, yeah. The second you started saying that, I was like, oh, yeah, I can finish her sentence. I had to hear you say that, apparently.
I don't do sour, so if I have a lemonade that's too sour, I'm out. But that is just sweet enough where I can handle it.
She seriously would sweat.
Like, I'm talking
sour stuff.
Sour Skittles, it's a no-go for me, dude.
Yeah, she would sweat.
Ugh.
Can't believe that went out of my memory for a little while.
I know.
So that is what I'm obsessing over, as well as ice cream. And my brother lives in Cleveland half of the week. And he's starting to bring home me pints of Mitchell's ice cream.
What a guy.
I know. He's like, what do you want next week? Because this week he brought black raspberry truffle or something.
That's my
and
favorite.
He's like, what do you want next week? And my mom, like, we were going to, like, look so he could bring us something. I was like, you're so kind to me,
Wow.
Sevi.
Severio.
He's
Dom.
Dom Drom, I call him.
I have kind of the other thing in my notes that I'm like kind of obsessing over. Not really. I don't use that term, but like I've been so everyone who knows me for the past however many years of my life, I've had an on and off again relationship with bullet journaling. And we're back on right now, but I added into my bullet journal a gratitude log. So I write down 3 things every day that I'm like grateful for. And it can be something so dumb like Mio, the flavor of my water, or like something real. Like I'm grateful for my job, or like being able to afford the groceries I want to buy, or like stuff like that. And the second I sit down and actually do that, my day is slightly improved.
Wow, that's good.
I highly recommend.
That's a great skill to have. Like a good thing to have in your bank of things that you do.
Yeah.
Daily. That's great. I'm glad you do that.
It's really cool. It like kind of reframes because I like to do it like kind of when I need a brain break. And I'm like, if I'm at work, I always have my journal with me because it's my like planner too. So if at work I'm like getting a little stressed or overwhelmed, I'll just take it out and sit down and like write the 3 things that I can think of, and then I'll get back on with my day.
That's great. That's a great thing to do.
Thank you.
Very proud of you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, last one's the talk take. Do you have any? We're not gonna play. We've put the kibosh to that. Do you have any like person that you're following or like hashtags that are like your favorite right now?
Not a person, but if you saw my Instagram stories the other day, I was crying laughing. It was these 4 eggs placed on a counter in egg holders.
I remember now.
And I forget what song it was.
I think it's still on there.
But once the song started going, there was what you thought was an egg was actually a guy's bald head, and he just
bald-headed man.
He just turns his head up and starts singing the song, and I'm not kidding you. I watched it probably 50 times, and I cried laughing the whole time.
Yeah, it was funny. I remember seeing it. So since we've done our podcast last, I feel like the takers know me. I like TLC shows. Oh my gosh, she's still laughing. Why am I speaking still if she's doing this?
Go ahead.
I looked up for a second and saw her continue. It's not that funny.
You're going. Oh.
You're something else, man.
Okay, go.
So you guys know I'm obsessed with TLC and like family channels and stuff. So there's this channel called You're Distracting,
okay,
you know.
I'm sorry.
It's called 4 Kids Call Me Dad. And it's just like this family, and I think they're like the cutest family ever. So if you want to see a cute family of a little boy, they have 4 kids, but then there's a little boy named Blake, and he's just super funny. His dad goes up to him any time of the day and says, "Guess what time it is?" He's like, "It's not nap time." He's so cute. So if you want just something cute and lighthearted, and look at 4 Kids Call Me Dad.
And if you want something hysterical, look at the egg with the bald guy.
Yeah. The egg ball.
We're gonna start continuously dropping episodes on Monday.
Yes.
So this will be then. So when this is airing, we'll be watching The Bachelor tonight, and I'm super excited. We're really close to hometowns and all the actual good stuff. Until then, follow us on Instagram. What is our thing?
Either Lex and Kate Take or the Lex and Kate Take.
It's Lex and Kate Take. Follow us on there. We're gonna try and utilize this a little more and be more active on there. And then subscribe to our YouTube.
Which is the Lex and Kate Take.
Not to be confused with the Lex and Kate that are 10 years old doing ASMR.
We're not them.
We're not them.
That's not us.
And then if you could rate and review, like that one review literally made my life. If you could
seriously write us something.
If you could subscribe, rate, that would be seriously awesome, because honestly, it's just a boost to my ego, and you could help a girl out right now. We're in COVID.
Help a girl out. Come on.
Well, that's all I got for this week.
All right. It was nice talking to everybody. Okay. Bye.
Bye-bye.